Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm taking you along on an epic 4-day road trip from Washington State all the way to Wittman, Arizona. We drove down Highway 101, soaking up stunning coastal views, exploring charming towns, and even encountering some unexpected adventures. So buckle up, it's going to be a ride to remember. We started our journey along the Washington coast where Highway 101 hugs the shoreline. The crisp ocean breeze and the sound of waves crashing against the rocks set the perfect tone for our adventure. If you haven't driven this stretch of road on Highway 101, add it to your bucket list. It's breathtaking. It is called the Pacific Coast Highway because it is the road that brings you closest to the ocean in Washington, Oregon, and Northern California. Day 1 took us into Oregon, and our first stop was the Tillamook Cheese Factory, which is right on Highway 101. They are famous for their cheese and ice cream. This place is worth a visit if you have the time. Another place to stop is Lincoln City. This place is a gem. They have long sandy beaches, kites soaring in the sky. It's like a picture out of a postcard. Next up is Depot Bay, known as the whale watching capital of the world. We couldn't resist stopping to try and spot a few gray whales. Unfortunately, we couldn't spot one. As we made our way further down south, we stopped in Coos Bay and Point Orford. These coastal towns have a vibe that's both quaint and rugged. The beaches here are quieter, making them perfect for a peaceful walk or a picnic. I think this is what makes a road trip so special. You get to discover these little hidden treasures. On day 3, we crossed into California. The northern part of California had some stunning ocean views as well. There are many highways that you can take to go south. This may take you longer to get to your destination, but it is certainly the most scenic. There are a lot of places to explore while you are driving through here. It is not a boring drive. We detoured the highway to the Redwood National Park to see the famous redwood trees. The California coast is one of the few places where they can be found. Hands down, this was one of the highlights of the trip. Driving among the giant trees felt like stepping into another world. Some facts about these trees is that they live for more than 2,000 years, and they also stand more than 300 feet tall. And yet the root system is only about 6 to 12 feet below underground. Look at the size of this tree. It's humbling to stand next to something so ancient and gigantic. If you ever get a chance, don't just drive through. Take time to hike and soak it all in. There are a lot of hiking trails to discover. We headed down south on Interstate 5 towards Bakersfield. From there, we took Highway 58 heading towards the Mojave Desert and continued on to Highway 40, which is known as the famous Route 66, towards the town of Ludlow. Had lunch at this cafe. Surprisingly, the Salisbury steak was good. The temperature was pretty hot, about 108 degrees Fahrenheit, according to this picture. We were relying on Google Maps to guide us to our next stop, and it took us on this dirt road in the middle of nowhere. No signs, no cars on this dusty road. A road leading to nowhere. Google Map sent us on to this direction to go to Wittenberg, but it's all dirt road. So I don't know if we're lost or what's going on. So we're going to continue on down the road and see where it takes us. This is an adventure. It was a little unnerving, but also kind of thrilling. If you're planning a road trip, let this be a reminder to double check your route when you're heading into rural areas. It was a brand new road that was developed, and it was already being shown on the map. We're still on this road, 291st. Supposed to be a shortcut to where we're going according to Google Map.
There we go. Cattle crossing.
Oh, yes, that was a cattle crossing.
Yeah.
Have to drive here on the side of the road where it's a little bit smoother than in the middle. It was real bumpy in the middle, shaking the car.
Well, it's definitely more smoother.
Yes, it is.
Well, the road is still blue on your map.
After an hour of driving, we finally reached the main road. Finally, on day 4, we arrived in Wittman, Arizona, which is a suburb of Phoenix. It is a small town with a lot of charm. It was a perfect ending to an unforgettable adventure. That transition from coastal waters to the giant redwoods and to desert sands was surreal. But that's the beauty of a road trip. You get to experience so many different landscapes in one journey. Well, thanks for coming along on this incredible road trip. If you're planning your own journey along Highway 101 or through the Redwoods, I'd love to hear about your experience, so comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss our next adventure. Until then, happy travels to you.